the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 232, featuring Pink.
Hey.
Addy.
Hey.
And Alex. Hey. Sue. Pink. You got anything coming out on your channel this week?
I'm pretty sure I'll be having the typical Dead by Daylight coming out this week. And outside of that, I don't believe there's going to be anything else that I'm aware of.
All right. Atty.
I have nothing.
Okay. Well, in terms of stuff I have planned, like I said, I tried to do Disco Elysium and it didn't quite work. So now I'm left down to whatever I can come up with for Total War, plus the usual multiplayer stuff, so Dead by Daylight in the Forest, Halo, and Dead Rising. So any of those could happen. There also may be surprises. For instance, I did not expect to record a Street Fighter 6 reveal reaction, but I did because I wanted to, and it seemed like fun.
Nice.
Which, by the way, it's very funny.
And then now you're paying the Fine Brothers $50 million.
Oh yeah, it's incredible because I'm not even making that much money, but I gotta pay. I'm owing them now. The video is out there now. I am indebted $50 million. Right. I try not to make it too reaction-y, like, oh, look, oh. You know, with me making a stupid face in the thumbnail and all that.
Yeah.
I try to make it where I talk at least a bit more about the actual substance of what I'm observing. But, yeah, initially I just saw the State of Play trailer. I just uploaded my reaction to that. And I wasn't very big on that trailer, because that's not a very meaty trailer. And all it shows off for, like, stuff to do other than the main gameplay mode is totally not Mortal Kombat Conquest mode and an Arxis-style multiplayer lobby. Both of which I was like, ew, why? So at first, I just released that on my initial reaction to the trailer, which would be going, stinky. But then I found the actual gameplay blog where the gameplay mechanics are explained. And I was like, oh, I'll just look over this real quick. And I only get, like, ankle deep into it before I'm like, oh, shit, this sounds really fucking good. I should probably record my reaction to this, too. So it's funny. It's a two-part recording in one video. For the first trailer, I'm like, oh, this stinks. And then the blog part where I'm like, this is awesome. I can't fucking wait to get my hands on this game.
Yeah, like like they showed off that there's actually like single-player stuff. And then I looked over the
arcade mode is back.
Yeah,
at launch.
Yes, and then I looked over the mechanics, and I was like, okay. And then I saw the leak roster, and I was like, okay. So I'm probably pre-ordering this game.
I am too. It's a very fucking strong roster. And fair warning, again, this is just a leak. This is a leak.
Yeah.
But did you see that?
Yeah.
Pink, did you see, well, I guess any of us, did you see that there was a little bit of gameplay footage, even though Cammy's got a new design where she's wearing pants, there was leaked gameplay footage of Cammy gameplay with her wearing her classic outfit.
I haven't seen any of the footage, but that's cool. I like it.
I didn't see the actual video, but I did see it posted. I didn't watch the video, but yeah.
Like, if you don't like any of the new designs, which I like a lot of the new designs, I gotta say.
Yeah.
If you don't like any of the new designs, don't worry. The old designs are gonna be there too, apparently.
Like, the thing with the new designs, a lot of them are really fucking fire. Akuma was fucking just straight up made for me. Capcom came to my house and just stole my ideas.
Akuma just looks fucking sick.
Yeah. Like, shoot, I think I think we talked about Akuma not having any good costumes in Street Fighter 5 on FGA. And after that I was like, I'm gonna try drawing my like ideal Akuma costume. And that's pretty much what they did. Like, the Street Fighter 6 outfit for Akuma is what I wanted to draw. More or less. Like the
They
more
robbed your brain.
yeah, like shoot. The only thing they could pander to me more is if he had like a fucking he had like a wolf pelt that gave him a tail that he uses in battle because he's like whatever fucking fighter uses every part of his body. Like I expect Akuma to just like unironically fucking skin a wolf and use its tail as a weapon.
And Zangief has a skinned bear, so it's wolf versus bear. There you go.
Yeah. And then also Ken's new design is really good.
Yeah.
And the story implications. Have you heard about the story implications?
Well, I gotta assume he's more or less retired now, so he can focus on training Sean, right?
Not really.
Oh.
He apparently this is, I don't know if this is completely hearsay or if it's like part of the story leaked or whatever, but apparently someone close to Ken has issues with him, and he doesn't take it well. And basically that's why he looks like Terry Bogard after a fucking like year of drinking.
Yeah. And not just any Terry, it's like Garrow Terry.
Yeah. Like Garrow Terry already looked like kind of a hobo, but he's been drinking for a whole year.
Yeah. Man, the more I look at these designs, they're all winners.
Yeah, once again, like the only one that's weird to me is Chun, but that's because it's like it's too close to her original design for me that it's like it feels uncanny to me. But it's fine.
Chun-Li is one of those characters who has like had an unmodified design for so long that I'm just used to it.
Yeah. Like the biggest.
I'll be honest. When I saw Chun-Li's new design, I didn't notice anything different.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. It looks like 80% the same as her old one. Like that's what I'm saying. It looks close enough to her original design that you wouldn't notice it. But like your unconscious does, and it just feels weird.
She looks more different in gameplay.
But yeah, then out of the new guys, the JP, I think the person's name is, and Jamie look interesting, at least.
I'm interested in all of them, I think, except maybe Aki, but that's just because she looks like she's the new Fong.
Yeah, Fem Fong. The effing.
Oh my god! I just noticed. Yeah? I just noticed she even has a poison claw. Aki is totally supposed to be like Fong as a chick, isn't she?
Yes.
Ha! Did the Street Fighter 6 character designers straight up go, "Hey, what if Fong wasn't lame?" So they made her?
Maybe.
And now that I look at that Lily chick, she's supposed to be from Mexico, but she looks like she's all done up in Native American stuff. Is she supposed to be another one of T-Hawk's little sisters?
Maybe. I thought you were going to say is she supposed to be like not lame T-Hawk, and I would have said yes.
I love T-Hawk, but I accept why most people consider him lame. He is up there as like one of the most generic Native Americans in fiction ever. I like that Ed, finally, you can, instead of having to choose between fascist and stripper fascist, now Ed has a reasonable attire, at last.
I don't know, I prefer Ed's sexy bison outfit. But
you mean sexy fascist?
I guess. I mean... would Bison fit that? Because like he's evil, but I don't think they ever elaborate on exactly how he's evil. He just is.
Sure, but Bison definitely calls on a lot of Nazi imagery.
Yeah, that's true.
But either which way, yeah, it's actually turned out to look pretty good. Oh, what else am I going to do with this on my channel this week? Nothing I'm immediately planning on, but if the moment strikes me with an idea, I will do it. Addy, what's coming out on the group channel?
Nothing.
All right.
Some of our best content is being released on the channel in this month.
I like how, because of the lag, Pink now laughs in spurts.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard, ha ha, ha ha. There it is again.
Good lord. Is the lag really that bad?
Sometimes.
Kind of, yeah. It comes and goes.
I hear you like 60 seconds after I say something, so yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, good. No, we're just delaying ourselves to fuck with you.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing. Can confirm Akuma does not have nipples.
What?
Well, he had to sacrifice those to get the Raging Demon.
Yeah, the Satsui no Hado took his nipples.
A demon came to him in his head and told him, "You must sacrifice many things, Akuma. Amongst them, your nipples."
Oh, but yeah, speaking of sacrificing shit, right? The thing I wanted to bring up about Ken is that they may be tying, like they may be canonizing Violent Ken with it. Is pretty much what it boils down to. Is that Violent Ken may actually
canonizing what Ken?
Violent, like basically very angry.
Violent.
Violent.
Yeah, I was about to say, out of your V to W thing is coming in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like freaking. They basically, Pink, imagine very angry, very scary Ken. That's it.
With an afro.
Sometimes,
yes.
but not always. That would be too consistent.
Yeah. The violence must not be consistent.
But yeah, like basically the fan theory right now is that because of the things that made Ken look this way, like he's gonna turn to the Satsui no Hado, and that's how we get violent Ken.
That'd be pretty nuts, especially because like they're finally having Ryu double down on the Satsui no Hado is gone. He's not worried about that anymore.
Yeah.
And man, I forgot about it until I saw it pointed out when people were comparing it to the new Shoryuken. Man, it was super fucking cool in Marvel Infinite. One of the few things that was super fucking cool in Marvel Infinite was Ryu's super in that one. Where the first hit of the Shin Shoryuken, he taps into the Satsui no Hado. But for the second hit, he goes, "Actually, no, go away, demon," and just finishes the rest of it himself.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yes. So, Pink.
Yes.
What have you been up to? I guess.
What have I been up to? Okay, this week I watched most of the latest season of Stranger Things. I'm on the final episode. I have not actually watched the final episode yet, so I have to complete that. But it's been very good. I've really enjoyed this latest season. It goes back to the more, let's say, small town roots that it had. It kind of takes a step down from the previous season where they kind of throw the small town feeling and vibes completely out the window.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're back to a more rounded base. So that's cool. I like it.
Aren't they going to Russia?
Just not really, sort of. Hopper's in Russia, and they have what's her name? What is her name? What is Will's mom's name?
Joyce.
I kept wanting to say Janet. It's not Janet, it's Joyce. They have Joyce and the conspiracy theorist guy whose name escapes me go to Russia to reclaim Hopper's soul and whatnot. But aside from that, everything else is back to the core season 1 Stranger Things type of scenario, and it's very enjoyable.
All right. That's good to hear, because I I think I've been vocal enough about this in the past. I was not a fan of season 3 at all.
Right. I think for anyone who wasn't a fan of season 3, season 4 probably would bring him back onto the bandwagon.
That's good to hear. That's very good to hear.
Pays a lot of homage to not Friday the 13th, but what is it? Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what it is. Pays a lot of homage to that franchise, and this season actually doesn't suck like those movies did, so that's cool as well. Outside of Stranger Things, I think
you were expecting a dunk there, and there wasn't one.
Nightmare on Elm Street sucks. Second dumbest franchise following Candyman.
Did you ever watch any of the movies of either franchise?
No.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to parse through what Pink's saying to see if he actually knows what he's talking about or if he's doing it just to fuck with you. Ted has still not learned this lesson after many years.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Pink is nice, so people think he doesn't lie. But like, this occurred to me during the week. Like, I lie the least somehow, even though I'm constantly doing gimmicks. And Pink lies the most. He just doesn't let us know when he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I won't deny it. Moving past Stranger Things, I watched the third episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but I didn't think they were like completely flying off the rails in any way. But episode 3, if you were to just skip the first 2 episodes and go straight to episode 3, I don't think there would be any problem whatsoever. Episode 3, in my mind, is what most people would be expecting when Obi-Wan Kenobi was first announced, and not the Disney type of Star Wars that they've been pumping out lately. I mean, it's like if you were to have one of those focus group type things filled with a bunch of Star Wars geeks, and they pick their brains for what they would want out of an Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I feel like all the notes they gathered from that focus group would have resulted in episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was very good, very enjoyable.
All right.
Reva is still the worst actor in the show, which is unfortunate because she's like the primary antagonist outside of Vader.
Oh
no. I don't think the character's inherently bad. It's not written great, but it's not totally out there where it's like, yeah, this character just doesn't make sense from a artistic creative standpoint. But her line deliveries, sometimes she'll be barking orders and it comes out in the form of a question. I'm like, how did they okay this? Why did they not have a take 2? Let's try that again. There should have been a bit more directing from the director on that end. She's just, I don't want to say she bogs down the show, but her scenes are definitely the weakest aspect in its entirety. And we've got a child actor on the show, so that's when you should really feel bad. But yeah, episode 3 of Kenobi, very, very good. Highly recommend it. Episodes 1 and 2, you can definitely watch them. You don't have to, but highly recommend episode 3. And that is the extent of what all I've done this week.
All right. Addy, what you been up to the past week, man?
Well, for one, I didn't play any video games because I spent the week working.
Oh, fun.
Yes. It's even more fun when you don't know if they're gonna pay you or if you're doing this as a favor. So you just have to treat it as doing a favor, and then if they pay you, then they pay you.
Yeah.
But yeah, my school is having financial troubles, so they sent for Superman. Sadly, he wasn't available, so I had to do it instead.
They got the next best thing.
Are you bulletproof, Addy?
Not anymore.
Ah, shit. Age is a vicious beast, is it not?
Yes. But yeah, by the way, bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I spent the whole week going into the school recording stuff for two advertisements, and one of them is done, and the other one is more long form, and they're dragging their heels, and they don't want to work together with me, even though they need this shit, and as far as I know, I'm not getting paid. But you know,
we want to beg and choose.
Yes. But yeah, I've delivered one video. That's like they liked it. The principal hasn't seen it yet because he wasn't in on the day that it got delivered. But yeah, we'll see if it's good enough. It probably should be. Like I really like how they're like, and I quote, one of the teachers said that, and I quote, "It's fucking good." And another one said, "But that's what we expect from you." Gee, thanks. Like I appreciate the compliment, but still, you know. But yeah, there's also like just in a lot of ways my school like functions like a kindergarten. In that
the teachers or the students?
The teachers. That's the bigger problem is that it's the teachers. Cause like yeah, there's a lot of people acting like they're hot shit and they are afraid of the camera. And, like you know when the lame like 9th grade kids who get bullied are like, hey, I'll speak, and they give like an actual good speech to the camera, and you're too afraid to fucking follow them. You can't act like you're cool anymore. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time doing that, like fucking gathering footage and stuff like that. I also found out that my social anxiety or whatever, my anxiety disorder has progressed to the point where I legitimately get a headache from interacting with people. Like just straight up get a headache from interacting with people. And it's not a joke for some reason. And like I didn't tell you all this before, I don't think. Because like I usually get a headache after we do the podcast, but I'm like, oh well you know, the podcasts or whatever, if we record for a while, then I don't like usually drink during recordings or stuff like that, so that's probably why. I figured, no, it's literally just interacting with people. And like the intensity of the headache depends on how long and the form of interaction, it seems, because I got a lot worse headaches from being in the school than I do when we record. But yeah, like it's yeah, it's really fun. Then because of this, I didn't play any video games. I have my Elgato like just taken apart because I need to like one of the cables that came with the Elgato is needed for me to actually transfer files from the camera to my PC. So whenever I have to do stuff for the school, I have to take the Elgato apart and then plug it back in if I want to actually like play video games. But I doesn't feel like playing video games anyway, so whatever. But yeah, so in the past 2 days, like yesterday and today, I spent a lot of time drawing.
All right.
And let's see, I the drawing software that I have has like a community part to it that's where they like they how do I put this? They have this thing where you can upload your own brushes and stuff like that, and then people can download it and use it, and then you can get paid for it too, I think. So for the first time, I actually went through that catalog of shit people uploaded to see some of the brushes, and I tried out some things like let's see if I can actually post this and if you can actually see it. But I did try to do pixel art. Not only did I try doing pixel art, I tried doing pixel animation. It's so fucking big that you probably can't fucking see it. Nice.
I tried to click on it and it added to favorites.
Yeah.
I don't know what favorites is.
Me neither.
Oh, remove from favorites. Okay, there we go. I can see it. Yeah.
But yeah. So I did that. I actually had to download a brush to be able to do that. Because none of the brushes have a square shape by default. But yeah.
None of them have the square shape by default?
No. And I have no fucking clue how you give the square shape to any of the brushes either. Like, as far as I'm concerned, whoever made that brush set for pixel art is a wizard.
Yeah.
But yeah. And after that, I went looking for other brushes, just in general. And for one, I've learned I don't know how to ink. Like one of the reasons that I dislike most of my art is because I have no fucking clue how to ink, and it just looks bad the way I ink. I don't know how I rectify that, but it needs to be rectified eventually. But I did find this really nice sketch brush that is very versatile, and while testing that, like usually when I test stuff out, there's this character that I haven't shown to y'all, I think, but there's this ant fella that I draw to test light brushes because it's basically a stick figure. Like here's one of the ones that I saved when I was testing something out. I forget what. But when I found this sketch thing, the new sketch brush that I'm using, I was like, hey, what if I try to do like a higher concept version of that? So I made this. I think it's pretty nice.
I like it.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I heard ant instead of ant, and I was like, that doesn't look like a tree.
Yeah. Like the way this guy came to be is that the eye shape is for whatever reason that is my default eye shape that I draw. So things just progress from that. But yeah, I think that actually turned out pretty nice. Like at least if you don't zoom into it, like from afar, that looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you zoom in and it falls apart. But hey. But it's literally just the sketch layer. Like I just slightly cleaned the sketch layer up and painted over it with color. And that's how that came to be. It was also recently 2 years that I started drawing. So I went back to the first drawing I made and remade it to compare, which I probably posted this already. But just so you remember, this was the first drawing that I made ever. Like since we started doing the drawing stuff on the channel. And this is my attempt at modernizing it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a difference in quality.
Yeah, a noticeable improvement. There's still a certain charm to the first, but yes, definitely a massive improvement in quality.
Thank you. And then let's see, did I do anything else as far as art's concerned? As we discussed off recording, I am working on a new logo for Fighting Games R. The actual logo part is done. Like I just need to finish it, drawing Akuma and Faust, and the logo is actually just finished, which is nice. The logo part, I have considered just making the logo part be a standalone thing because to me it looks that good.
All right.
But that may just be a thing of, I'm working on it actively, so, or at least I was working on it actively, so yeah. It's also a very, it has a very, like, 90s feel to me. Like, it's, I took an inspiration from the classic Street Fighter logo.
Yeah.
And, actually, I can just fucking just export it and post it. Like, it's not the finished thing, so whatever. Give me 1 second while I put around it so I can actually post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 1 more year, and it'll be done.
Good things come to those who wait.
Let's see. Is it done? Yes. All right, it's processing. There it is.
Yeah.
Like I feel
I
like
like it.
I feel like you can see that I matured as an artist a bit. Comparing the past 2 fighting games or logos and this one. But yeah, I feel like this one has an edge to it. Like it has a very 90s feel. Which I mean,
yeah.
that's like that's partially because of the colors, probably. But yeah, I like how the arcade sticks are never proportioned well. Like I don't I would need to draw more arcade sticks just in general before I actually start making them proportioned well. But whatever, it works for a logo, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing I don't know yet is where I'll put Akuma and Faust. Because like this to me looks like a finished logo. So I don't know
All
where
right.
I don't exactly know where they would fit properly. Yeah.
Well, could just have them floating off diagonally, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you could have the logo above their heads, right? Because they're both full body now instead of just floating heads.
Yeah, that's also true. Didn't I? Oh yeah, I did. I also yeah, I remembered one last drawing I think that I made. So I also went looking for like since I'm looking all through all of these brushes, people made brushes specifically for hair. So I tried to work with that. I mean the brush is fine. I don't know how to properly mix it with how I draw yet, but the brush is good.
Yeah. Looks damn good.
Very fluffy. Yeah. I have 2 separate fur brushes. This is the better one. Like there's one that came with there's one that came with like 3 different options, but it doesn't flow the way I'd want it, so it inhibits me properly using it. Like it's not a bad brush. I just can't use it well. This one is easier to use. And let's see. I did save a couple of things during the week for topics. And then W, you can go ahead with your week, and if we have time, I guess I can bring the topics up if I find them.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that's all I did.
I haven't had a super busy week in terms of stuff I can immediately think of. Of course, there's a fair bit of time in Forest Mike. I did not record last night's session because there were some weird sound things early on. I probably could have started recording later, and there would have actually been a few pretty good moments if I had done that. But whatever. Forest is still fun. It's different doing like every playthrough the Forest gets increasingly different just on sheer basis of the ability to seek out what you want as soon as possible. and immediately shift focus then from getting the items you want and need to, I'm just going to make a cabin out here in this clearing because I want to. The playing with Goku and Mike is, of course, always very interesting because they are two very opposite individuals, right? In terms of play style. Because it is pretty well constantly looking back, it's like, oh yeah, Mike's still working on the cabin, gathering fish, I think. And it's like, oh, Goku is somewhere killing God.
Yeah. I remember how Mike gave me shit for working on the cabin. How the tables turned. How the turntables.
How the turntables.
Like that's the thing. Whenever you do a survival game, someone has to be the interior designer.
That's true.
People have to live somewhere.
It's a requirement.
The thing Mike didn't understand is that you were miles away from us and you couldn't have helped us. But to be honest, I think he was just fucking with you. What was I going to say? Yeah, one thing I did find very amusing, though. Goku decided to go around and put together the gun, right? He wanted to find all the gun pieces. And he was able to assemble 6 out of 8 pieces, but the last 2 both just outright refused to spawn for him. And so I said, well, we're going to have to wait till Mike comes back for you to exit the game and him invite you back. That should make the gun pieces respawn. And then about an hour later, Mike still hadn't come back, at which point we were like, fuck it. Oh, but man, yeah, I posted screenshots in the Dead by Daylight thread. But the worm wound up popping up while Mike was still, AFK, and Goku had left. And I was pretty well just milling around while I did my laundry, just in case Mike popped back in. And I just see the sausages come in,
Yeah.
And I swear to God, my character getting stuck in the cabin, and the sausages know to come in through the window. It was the most absurd thing. Like, Addy, have you seen these screenshots yet?
No.
Okay, I will post them here because this is actually like, hang on. This is actually one of the lesser amounts of worms I had to deal with. Like, it was honestly like I am just swinging in every direction, in every way. Here we go. There we go. That's what it looked like on my screen 99% of the time while I was in that cabin.
Down D.
Yeah. I am just swinging like mad. But either which way.
I like how out of all of the things I go with that move. I don't even remember if that's the proper input for the move I'm thinking, but yeah, it's down something.
His up hook?
He has a move where he puts the snake underground and then it swings by like in the picture and it pulls you in.
Wait, are we thinking of the right character? Or are we both thinking of the green-haired dude from Blaze Blue?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't quite recall that move, honestly.
I guess I may be mixing it up with Terumi. But I feel like it's a Hazama move.
Could be an Arcune thing as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so Forest.
Yeah, it didn't do much else in Forest other than I grabbed the crossbow. And that crossbow, it turns out super convenient to have a weapon in that game you can just straight up aim down sights for. Pink, you can speak very much from experience. Aiming ranged weapons in that game is fucking... Oh, wow. He left to go get the crossbow. He is just so enticed by it. He needs to go get it now.
Yeah.
Poor Pink has, for whatever reason, fallen in love with the fact that you can throw the spear. But he's constantly losing his spear as a result and having to make new ones. Yeah. Anytime a monster of any kind shows up, it's guaranteed. Pink will throw the spear, it will go missing, then he'll just be like, oh, I lost my spear. Now what do I do?
Yeah, I lucked out with the katana.
Yeah, the katana is good. I think in Pink's case, I'm just going to have to get together the boar skins and deer skins to make him a spear bag, because otherwise he's just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
Either which way, yeah, there's the forest. Disco Elysium, I did not make a huge amount of progress in. I still find it very delightful how weird of a character your main character can be. At one point, you go to the front of a bookstore, and there's this middle-aged lady just reading books casually. You can go up to her, and you can ask, "Hey, lady, you got anything for me?" And he goes, "What do you mean? You got any, like, cases for me to solve? I am a hobo cop, after all." "Well, sir, no, I don't have anything going on." "Are you sure? Do you have a husband?" "Yeah." "Your husband missing?" "No. No." "Are you sure he isn't missing?" No, he's out with his friends." "That sounds like he's missing to me." "What are your kids?" My daughters are at a party." "It sounds like they're in danger, ma'am. They might go missing." No, sir. They're teenage girls. They need a little bit of freedom. They're at a party, sir. It's fine." "Well, how about your cockatoo? Is your cockatoo missing?" The lady just looks at your partner, your detective partner, like, "Help me." And the detective partner just says, "Just indulge him and he'll go away." So she goes, no, my cockatoo is not missing." Oh, that's great. Other than that, I actually didn't make a whole lot of progress in that, though. A lot of what I've been doing is Fire Pro, and honestly, there's something else that I must have done something else, because I guess I didn't do something else. I've just played. A lot of time, I guess, has been taken up by playing Forest and playing that one game of Civ. Huh. Yeah, anyways, yeah, in terms of just interesting stuff that can be said, I don't know what possessed me to try this, but so Fire Pro has the ability to make custom moves, right?
Right.
And for whatever reason, I got possessed to try it out. And so I've been working since yesterday on making the Iron Cheeks kick to the throat. Weird move to choose, I know, but there's not really any equivalents in the game yet. And I figured I want to do a move nobody else has ever nobody else has ever really attempted that, even with the SmackDown games.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a painstaking process, because you got to animate into each individual body piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Fire Pro wrestlers are segmented pieces. You know, the paper mache men.
Yeah.
So, like, upper body, upper arm, lower arm, chest, waist, hands, thighs, calves, feet, and faces. I need to animate all those.
And once you're done with that, you're gonna do freaking the greatest wrestling move of all time, powerbomb to cutter.
Mm. Well, that depends on how you do it, because I'm pretty sure that's already in the game.
Oh.
There's definitely the powerbomb lift up for cutter. No, wait, I think I'm wrong. There actually isn't that. But yeah, someone has definitely already animated, like, the Batista and Randy Orton combo powerbomb cutter.
Oh no, I'm talking about one person doing both. Like a person doing the powerbomb lift and then throwing the legs out and cutter.
That's actually not in Fire Pro yet, but it is in the WWE games.
But that's an Nikki move.
Not anymore, it's not.
I guess not.
It's a what move?
MDK came up with that, as far as I know.
Ha! I would not be shocked if Kenta Kobashi did it. I mean, Kenta Kobashi accidentally innovated the powerbomb into DDT.
What?
So there is a move that I'm 99% certain was a botch, but then nonetheless they acted like it wasn't. Where Kenta Kobashi lifted a guy up into a powerbomb and kind of lost his grip on the guy, and the guy kind of, like, fell in kind of like a backflip, but Kabashi caught him in such a way that as they fell over, he kind of DDT'd him.
Have they attempted doing this move again since then?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can look on, whatever wiki site now, and it will say, yes, the Diamond Head, one of Ken Kabashi's moves, the Powerbomb DDT, dash, done only once.
Because yeah, if they don't try doing it again, then yeah, it was a botch.
Yeah.
But that does sound cool though, even if it was a botch.
I remember.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I remember back in the day when they had creative finisher in the video games, trying to find is there some way I can simulate this, right?
Yeah.
Actually, Pink, you would know this better than I. I'm going fucking crazy. Was there not at some point in the WWE games the version of the Tiger Driver where he drops him on their head? Was that not actually in the WWE games at one point?
It's in the WWE games now.
No, it isn't. The only Tiger Driver they have now is the regular sit-out one. The one that they give for Tyler, the British dude,
I mean,
that's a Tiger Bomb.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, they always called it the Tiger Driver, which makes no fucking sense, but I do think of that as the Tiger Bomb. There's no proper Tiger Driver in the game, I don't think. There's a sit-out Tiger Bomb and there's a release Tiger Bomb, but there's no actual Tiger Driver.
I'm pretty sure there is. It's not quite like Misawa did it or any of those other Japanese guys, because I think they usually drop to their knees. It's a sit-out pile driver, but there is a butterfly pile driver, which is just a Tiger Driver in the WWE games nowadays. I'm 99% certain of this.
Well, there's definitely a butterfly pile driver, but that's you landing on your ass.
Yeah, but that's still a Tiger Driver.
Well, Misawa never directly dropped people. Well, he did once, I think, as a botch. But Misawa didn't directly drop people on their head for the move. He dropped them on their shoulders. And of course, now just to add to the confusion, there's also they put in the slapjack because everybody loves Stevie Ray.
Yeah, man.
And also they finally put the fucking angel wings in. That took forever.
Yeah.
That was one of those ones that was really bothersome because it was explicitly there as a complete animation in Creative Finisher back in 2011.
Back in 2008 when they introduced it. No, that was 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the moment Creative Finisher left, it left with it. So we were stuck waiting until. Did they put it back in because Mandy Rose uses it?
Probably. Yeah, I think she was the one who kind of got it reintroduced.
Hang on, something just occurred to me.
Yeah.
So Mandy Rose's two big moves that she uses, right, are the angel wings and a bicycle knee.
Yeah.
Aren't those Kenny Omega's moves?
I don't think Kenny Omega does the angel wings. I could be wrong though. I don't watch his matches.
I'm gonna look it up because he definitely has the angel wings in Fire Pro.
What's the angel wings? Is it the
the old Chris Daniels move where he would put him in the pedigree kind of hold, but instead of just dropping down, he would lift him up, spin around, and then drop him into a sit-out facebuster.
So which move is the one-winged angel? I never remember.
The one-winged angel is the electric chair driver.
Yeah. And he calls it that because he's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently both of Kenny Omega's finishes are from an electric chair position because he's a nerd. Weird. He does have it in Fire Pro, but I don't see. Anyway, oh god, I forgot him and Kota Ibushi used to do a move called Golden Shower. That guy's the fucking worst. I mean, odds are, don't you think in AEW a few years from now we're probably gonna be hearing that he and the Bucks are up to some suspicious shit?
Probably.
Yeah. I do find it odd that he brought over a ton of Japanese girls with him, but no Japanese guys.
That is intriguing.
Like, that's not necessarily suspect, especially because, like, outside of big legends from the All Japan Women days, like, women wrestlers don't really have that long of shelf lives in Japan, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
But Bull Nakano didn't retire until, like, fucking last year, didn't she?
No, she's been retired for decades now. I think she left in 2001.
I'm gonna look it up because I know for certain Aja Kong is still wrestling.
She's never gonna stop.
That's true. Oh yeah, you're right. She retired in '97.
Oh wow, that was a lot earlier than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Anyways, what was there to? I guess I wasn't saying. I was right. I was just saying I'm trying to like test out animation in Fire Pro and having a good time with it. I don't know how long I'll stick with it, but hey.
All right, nice.
And
yeah,
that's pretty much my week. I did try. I'm making progress on the Batman because finally we were able to get it to work in a strange way. But it took us so long to get it working, we only got to see an hour before my dad had to go to sleep. But hey, so far that's a third of a good movie.
Nice.
Robert Pattinson is yes a shitty Batman. It is.
Oh, what we were expecting, I suppose.
Imagine all the worst line deliveries Christian Bale has, and that's just all the time.
No.
I am vengeance. What if it's a riddle? What if it's for me? This is the Wayne legacy. Ugh. And it looks really bad because everyone else on the cast is having a good fucking time. One thing I find very strange, Riddler so far has mostly had scenes where he doesn't act like Riddler, he acts like the fucking Zodiac Killer, right?
Right.
Like the first scene he's introduced in, he says literally nothing. He just breathes like a creep.
Well, yeah, that's what the Riddler is known for.
Yeah,
Edward Nygma, freaking heavy breather.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, there's one scene that I'm only a third of the way into the movie, so I don't know how long or how many times this will happen again, where it is him and Batman are face to face through a phone, right? While another guy has a bomb strapped to his neck, and Batman's trying to get the Riddler to give up, like, how to unlock the bomb. And in that scene, despite the fact that he's still done up like a Zodiac Killer kind of get up, he very much acts like the classic, like you'd expect Eddie to act. Where he's just this smarmy asshole telling jokes and losing his shit, dancing around and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck?
You know, something occurred to me. I'm surprised no one has made the thing with like. I'm surprised they didn't have him get a goddamn moment by introducing himself as Edward Nygma.
You know, if it was the Harley Quinn show, I think that would be something that happens.
Probably. But I saw the design for the Riddler and I went, okay, I guess I don't need to see this movie.
I can tell you how the Riddler is through the rest of the movie probably next week, but Yeah, so far having a really good time. Zoe Kravitz is putting a lot more into Catwoman than we've ever gotten to a portrayal of Catwoman, though admittedly that's not saying much. Colin Farrell is having the time of his fucking life playing Penguin, and he's fun every time he comes on screen. I do have to say, at first it was very jarring to hear Penguin with a New Yorker accent instead of a Cockney one, but I'm getting used to it pretty quickly. John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, and the first time that I think Carmine Falcone has ever actually been portrayed visually the same way he was in the comics. I was mentioning that to Mike the other day, but like, come to think of it, pretty well all media depictions of Carmine Falcone, he's a short, fat, bald guy. But here he actually looks like Falcone does in the comics, so that's a pleasant surprise.
Mm.
And of course, the new Batmobile is of course great. It's finally a car again. Oh my god, you know?
Yeah.
Arkham Knight would have been a better game if they had made that choice there.
I don't know. There's
The car sections of the Batmobile was the only fun parts. That tank sucked ass.
Oh no, I'm saying that the game had more issues.
Oh yeah, definitely. But at least it would have been more enjoyable if the Bat tank segments were gone and it was just racing and shit with the Batmobile, you know?
Now just take out the Batmobile. I don't want to race either. Just fuck it. Just make it a quick. Make it a cutscene.
I thought the Batmobile was hilariously fun, partly because of how destructive it was. But I'll admit, the appeal of the Batmobile in a version of Gotham where there are no other cars on the road is mysterious. Like, I know that they can't, that it was superhero games, there's always the trouble of how do we handle violence towards civilians? In Spider-Man,
like the Hawk. They just cease.
Well, I remember with Hulk Ultimate Destruction, you could pick up regular civilians, but then when you tried to do anything with them, Hulk would gently put them down and then pat them on the head.
Ah, nice.
Like, of course, the best one is Spider-Man, where if you try to punch a civilian, Spider-Man just waves at them, or shoots finger guns at them.
I was about to say Spider-Man shoots them. He takes out a gun.
Yeah. My God, he just shot a man right there on the sidewalk.
Kill them all, Peter.
Boy, that begs a question. Like, with Spider-Man 2, I've been wondering for a while, and obviously we're not going to really know until Insomniac's ready to say, but of course they've already shown and confirmed that Peter and you'll be able to play both Peter and Miles and presumably switch between them on the fly. But the marketing's been focusing a lot on Venom, even though they've said Kraven's going to be the villain. Which, this is probably a pie in the sky, no way it'll happen scenario. But if they did make it where you could play Venom, again, what would you do around civilians? Because I remember Ultimate Spider-Man as Venom, you could just beat the fuck out of civilians and it didn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ultimate Venom's an asshole.
Oh, yeah. You could eat people in that game. It was rad.
Oh, yeah. The game starts you off with, hey, remember the My Balloon kid? Eat him. Like, I forgot about that. I completely missed that one. Like, it was like a few weeks ago, you remember we were discussing, like, what games are there where you actually kill a kid? And I mentioned The Walking Dead. But, like, Walking Dead seemed like a different example, because with Walking Dead, it's clearly a horrible thing that's going on, and it's supposed to be a mercy killing. But, like, somehow, all of us completely forgot Ultimate Spider-Man. One of the first tutorials, yeah, eat that kid! Take that, you stupid kid!
Yeah. Wow, what a time to be alive.
That game was made.
In his case, dead.
that game was made by the best friends.
Spider-Man doesn't kill anyone, though, nor does he pick up any guns. Yeah, the 2000s were definitely an interesting time. I just recently on Twitter started following an account that is weird video game ads. And I posted an edit of one of their ones they put up. I put it in the pictures thread a while ago.
Yeah, I saw the Duke Nukem ad.
Did you see that, Pink?
I did not.
Ooh, I gotta grab it then. Let me see. I'll put it in the general text just for a little bit, and then I'll delete it after that because no need to double post it.
I don't get it.
So the original ad that came out in 90 whatever is, if you don't play Duke Nukem 3D, you like men. So they changed it. If you do play Duke Nukem 3D, you like men. You like men.
There's two Dukes inside you. One of them is gay. The other is gay. You're gay.
And the thing I love is, not too long after that, they released a little booklet, Duke Nukem's Guide to the Internet. And it was also like one of those late 90s things of, here's how you stay safe on the internet. Educated by your friend Duke Nukem, right?
Yeah.
And the great thing is, there's honestly a section in the book where Duke just decides to spend a paragraph cutting the promo on racists and sexists and homophobes.
I mean, it takes one to know one.
Well, Duke's an appreciator of the feminine aspect, but that don't mean he got issues with them. Oh man, that just always cracks me up those times. Of course, the classic one that's just like, what the fuck is Mario Strikers, right? You gotta have balls.
One of my favorite edits, like the Duke Nukem one you posted, and I haven't posted it yet, but there's I don't remember which game it is, but there's like these Sonic tips, where it's a picture of Sonic and just a thing that, a tip, and it says Sonic says, and then it says the tip. Someone edited it to say, Sonic says, being gay is gay, and that's kind of gay.
Bro.
I mean, technically, I guess.
It's not wrong, you must admit.
Yes. So yeah. Anyway, you were going to say something about the advertisements, like Mario Strikers.
Nothing in particular. Yeah, I think I've already said everything I need to say.
Yeah.
All right, then I guess we can move on to the topics I saved if y'all want.
Sure.
All right, the first one is Joe Quesada left.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, apparently Joe Quesada has left Marvel.
Rip in
Well, that's
peace,
interesting.
Joe Quesadilla.
Yeah, Joey Quesadilla. He needs to. Here's the thing. Marvel just won't let him have one more day. So yeah, that happened.
I mean, they can't.
Yeah, go ahead.
At this point, you can't take back what he did, right?
Yeah. Spider-Man is forever ruined.
Yeah.
Like when you play,
at least the current writer is trying to focus everything on getting him and MJ back together, right?
Yeah. No
wonder Casada left.
It's a little known fun fact, but when in Elden Ring people call you Tarnished, they're talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah. They also call you Maidenless, which is also accurate for Spider-Man nowadays.
The shoe fits.
Yeah. Therefore, we must acquit. Wait, what?
But yeah, so that was one, and then let's see. Oh yeah, this is slightly less interesting than Joe Quesada.
I love slightly less interesting.
But did you know that Metal Gear is sort of canon to Sonic?
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
So,
This is what I thought. Sonic needs to be more confusing.
Yeah. So basically, in the comics, there's a group of characters who are literally just like distinct enough Metal Gear characters that they want to get sued.
Amazing.
Including Revolver the Ocelot.
Revolver the Ocelot? Is this a fucking Archie Comics thing?
Yeah, I said in the comics. I think it's IDW, but yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
But yeah, let's see. Oh no, it's not Revolver the Ocelot. It's let's see, where are the characters things? It's Slinger the Ocelot, sorry.
Ha!
And also, you know, not at all just Sniper Wolf. Whisper the Wolf, who is a sniper.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Like it's the team from Metal Gear 1. All of them have a Sonic OC, pretty much.
Why wouldn't they?
Why don't we have Sonic OCs?
Well, I'm not.
It wouldn't be that hard to get one, honestly.
Yeah. Technically, I mean, depending if you mean like all of us have our separate funds, then I'm not 7 anymore, and y'all never were into Sonic that much.
Yeah.
And if you mean all of us as a group, then technically we do have a Sonic OC because we have a Battle Greta Kaiser the Hedge Girl.
That's true.
Yeah, but when are we going to get published in comics? That's what I want to know.
Not soon enough.
Not like that. If I found out about that, I would do like Hawkeye. I would find an explosive, light it, hold on to it while yelling, "Not like this."
Oh, I guess this is a picture that I saved, and it has something to do with 2 of the topics we discussed recently.
Intriguing.
I just have y'all seen the picture?
Okay, it's the old. This is where I watched my parents die, Raphael or Michelangelo, whichever.
Yeah, Raphael, I think. But like, I like to imagine that that this is just what Bruce does. Like whenever someone from a different world shows up, he just takes them on a tour of Gotham, and he's like, here's the fucking I remember the name of it when I was thinking of this joke. Shit, the Penguin's Lounge, the Iceberg Lounge or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
Here's the Iceberg Lounge. Here's the Gotham City Police Depot. Here's Wayne Tower. Here's Crime Alley. And then he just starts crying.
Understandably.
Yeah. But yeah. And I believe that's everything that I got together.
All right. Believe we could probably go ahead and call it then.
Yeah. So. Hi.